This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. Well, Kasa is upset. He was celebrating, the 20-year anniversary of Diplomatic Immunity dropping. He opened up that album, okay? It dropped on Koch. I'm pretty sure. I think it dropped on Koch. It might have dropped on... I think it did drop on Koch. Anyways, Kasa did a great job with the intro. He did. Okay, and after that, I don't know if he was already Purple City or not at that point, but him and Shice Bub and Agala were part of Purple City, right? And that was like a breakup. Purple City's pretty much what set it off for Jim Jones' solo career, because they got Jim Jones on Purple City Bird Gang, and that was a underground phenomenon. Purple City Bird Gang. It was the hottest song that probably dropped in 04, 05. One of the hottest songs. But what happened here is he was always under somebody. After he was under Shice Bubs with Purple City, he was under Jewels, and he wasn't really getting pushed. Jewels wasn't even really pushing himself after 2006. Let's be honest, okay? Which is a shame, because Jewels, Kasa, they're tight. But they missed the boat. If Kasa was going to capitalize, it would have been between 2003 and 2010. Even 12, I would say. But after that, it's just you're legendary at that, but you were part of a legendary movement, and we've all made mistakes in our careers. I have. Everybody has. You can go look back and say, oh, I should have done this, but you got to realize that time's fleeting in that time. So, he put that up, and then someone said, talked about how underrated he is, and nobody wanted to see him shine. You got to want to see yourself shine. That's why I had to break away from a lot of stuff, like doing DVDs with artists and just doing DVDs with me and Fendi. We're doing DVDs, and then I started just doing my own thing, for music videos, because you kind of got to stand out on your own, away from a brand. You got to be your own brand. Kasa can rap, so I'm not shading him. It's just that a moment passed, and I'll be honest, there wasn't as much opportunity to distribute yourself back then as there is now. So you kind of had to get a distribution deal with somebody, and sometimes that wasn't as easy as it seems, and you're already established, so it's hard to just put out mixtapes and hope it works out. It was a little. You had to do more groundwork back then versus now. I think if Kasa came out, if we had the technology we had now back then, obviously there'd be more rappers, but a lot of rappers that were coming out from DIPSET and stuff would have had more of their power in their own hands, and they would have made a killing, because they would have gotten all the stream. It would have been too easy to stream the music, but there would have been more rappers because there was less cost of entry, and it was now you can just put out a song, and if it doesn't do well, it's what did it cost you, $150? Because to make the song, maybe license the beat, record it at home, and then spend $10 to put it on whatever. It's if you want to shoot a video, you can shoot your own video for free on your iPhone, But if Kasa really wants it now, he could still go, it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever, it's up to you. And not caring what people think. You just can't care what anybody thinks or what anybody says, and not even react to what people say. Drake and 50 meet up in the club. Okay, that's news. 50 Cent reacts to all these big companies like Netflix, Paramount, Fox, ABC, BET. He says, I just realized there's not one African-American person with green light power in all of television. I got to run it up now. Yeah, he has he knows he has a fleeting moment where it's you have some hot shows out right now, and you can get other shows greenlit, and you got to catch another hit. Because, Power's good, BMF is good, but it seems like BMF is going downhill, I'm going to tell you. It doesn't have... The best episode was the episode when he went to Atlanta and Young Miami was on it. I think a lot happened in that episode where it was like it was the best episode, and you get one of those for each of these series. There's not enough action, I don't feel, but that's just me. YFN Lucci seems like he stood up taller than all of Young Thug's people. Let's see. His own brother, Unfunk, took a deal. Gunna, Woody, Duke. These are like his people. They all took deals. YFN Lucci said, nah. His own op is keeping it more solid. Troy F says failed rappers and dudes that didn't get they mother out the hood should leave my name out their mouth. I wonder who he's talking about. Meek Mill says Rose kept it solid in my contract when it came to him with the business. MMG DC. Okay, so he's not doing a deal with Jay-Z anymore for DC. It's MMG and DC, so he's totally realized that the Rock Nation thing isn't the best deal for him. All this time it's been Rick Ross, because you know what? Rick Ross is going to show him how to get money outside of rap. Okay? Even though Meek Mill's linked to billionaires and stuff, and yeah, he has that power. But those guys are dealing with different stuff, like Rick Ross is getting it with like Wingstops and stuff like that. Like he's cracked the code with his family where he's making just as much money as he was off of rap, if not more, off of it's a slower money. Like it's a slow grind because it takes a year or two to recoup, right? But once you recoup, you're doing well. And I feel like Rick Ross is the best person to lead Meek Mill to do the right things with his money. He really has his best interest at heart, I mean, he's the only artist that was able to take Meek Mill out of Philly and do something with him. There was a lot of opportunity, but a lot of people didn't want it because Meek Mill had that voice that was good for Philly, but they were unsure if it was good for everything, So he says, just stop tweeting mishaps because then you got to clear it up in publicity. Because he was discrediting Rick Ross just a year ago without saying his name. Now he realized, it wasn't Ross. It was me doing other stuff. Loyalty over loyalty. Yeah, you stay loyal to Rick Ross, bro. Let's see. Like these people like Jay-Z and everything, Rick Ross is going to be more relatable for Meek Mill than Jay-Z. Jay-Z's just in the club. I don't care where he started from. He's in that billionaires club now where like you can't lose. He's been in business with Live Nation since 2008, meaning they own part of Rock Nation. He's in business with people that like you can't lose, bro. They're not going to let you lose. It looks bad for them if you lose. Live Nation sits on the board of Rock Nation. There's no coincidence. It's named Rock Nation, Live Nation, Rock Nation. It's not a coincidence. Anyways, love y'all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.